Hey guys, M4J3FFR135 here, and welcome back to Cities in Motion 2. Now I'd like to start off by saying that hopefully you guys don't mind me taking the last couple of weeks off. The fact that it was Christmas and New Year, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, by the by. I just thought it'd be fair for me and my family if I took a little bit of time off, spent some time with them, mainly because they'd forgotten what I looked like. But also, you know, it's nice to take a break every now and then. And it gave me the chance to come up with some new ideas. And it also gave you guys the chance to suggest some names for areas of the city. And there are a couple of areas which I would like to use. So one thing I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to load up comments that people have put on my videos for the last week, 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. Because I realised that I haven't replied to them all. And I have kind of been saving them up for this exact reason. So I'd like to start off with a comment from 1992 Lee. First of all, bit of a mouthful with the name, but we'll get over that. Okay, so this was commented on episode 125, and 1992 Lee says that I should call the hub island Piccadilly Circus, and I'm guessing he means this island here with Hublink. If that is the case, then we already have a name for this island. It's Pimlico Island. But I like the idea of something circus. So I'm wondering if there a busy area of the city where we could call it something circus. Maybe down here. Maybe this could be our little Piccadilly Circus, where the buses meet with the metro. Okay, let's call this area here Piccadilly Circus. Let's do that. Okay, so that's the first one off the list. The second one, also on episode 125, comes from Chan Ian, and they say, I suggest the area around the water bus depot to be called the Docklands, and that is up here, I believe. So this is now Docklands. This area here, it doesn't look very industrial, admittedly, but this area is our new Docklands, and it goes right over to where the Navy line meets up over here. So all of this area here is now the Docklands, and that's that one out the way. We also had a comment from Optimistic Trousers saying that they were struggling to build an express line with the metro. I'm going to try and answer this question as quickly as possible because it's not easy to explain. Their problem was they were trying to get express line trains to join up with local line trains. So they had a 4-track layout like this, and it's easy to get local trains to stop in express lines because you can see here as it leaves the local it can cross over. But on this side of things, well, having said that, it's a slightly different story here. Have they put an update in or something? Oh no, here's a good example. The express line here can't go into the local line platform, and the reason why that's like that is because I was looking at the wrong side. Duh. But yeah, see here, express can't go into local. And the solution to that, you'll have to go back a few episodes to see where I actually used it, but the solution is when you have a track layout like this. So this is a 2-track one-way system. See there, the express train passes the local train. What you do is you grab track, and you grab the one-way, one-track one here, and you just draw a line coming out like that, out however far you want, and then you loop it back onto this. And you can see it goes, let me show you here, from the express line into a splitter where it takes it either into the express or the local. And that's how you get express trains to stop in local platforms. So hopefully that clears that one up for you, buddy. If not, drop me a comment on this video and I'll try and explain it a little bit better. Okay. So that's episode 125 out the way. I'm just trying to skip through the list to see where the next one was. Got some really nice comments as well. Benjamin Williams says he can't wait to see more. Thank you very much. LP4U says good videos. I probably shouldn't be reading out those ones actually because that's a bit immodest of me. We have to go back a long way now to go back to episode 70. These are read out in chronology of when they were commented, even though they're not read out in chronology of episodes. You know, I get emails on my phone every day, people comment on my videos, and sometimes I'm surprised when I see that they've commented on episode 6, let's say, of this series, considering we're now into the 120s. It is, you know, I still find it quite eye-opening, I suppose, that people go right the way back to the start to watch it all the way through. So, you know, thank you very much for that, guys. That really does mean a lot to me when people do that. But yeah, Mark Stevens commented on episode 70 saying that he liked my videos and he hopes that we can play together. I'm not sure about Cities in Motion 2 because from what I've read, the multiplayer doesn't work that well. However, City Skylines, which is the future release from Colossal Order, if they have a multiplayer feature in that, then I would definitely like people to join in. You know, anyone who's watched my live streams can vouch for me on this one. I like opening up the forum. I like opening up the games to people. You know, we have servers that we host now that people can join in with. So I'm always looking for people to collaborate with. I'm always looking for people to play with. So if you want to join in, drop me a message, drop me a comment, and you know, I'll read every single message that I get, and the ones that I think are appealing, I'll reply to, without a shadow of a doubt. So, you know, Mark Stevens, if you genuinely want to play with me, then drop me another comment, and we'll try and sort something out for you, buddy. Okay, so that's that one out the way. I don't think there's that many now. Episode 54, the third line. I can't even remember what I did in episode 54. I think it was when I built the orange line. Here. But EJC Morehouse commented saying I should have put tram tracks along here instead. It would have been less work for, and I assume it goes on to say the monorail. Oh no, it would have been less work for you. Sorry, my reading skills aren't what they used to be. You're probably right there, actually. You're probably right about tram tracks. And you can see now I'm using Tramlink a hell of a lot more to link up certain areas of the city. But when it comes to things like monorails and metros, they earn you so much more money. I can show you just here. I mean, Tramlink earns us 111,000, but look how much the metro earns us, and look how much the monorail. Even the water bus gets us a pretty decent return. The bus and the trolley is the only two areas where we're losing money, and the bus loses us a ton of money. However, I've already said this in previous episodes, the bus is only there to provide the metro with passengers, so it's not a big deal necessarily that we don't get money from it, because we get the money elsewhere. Why are these not where? Oh, there's loads of cars crossing, that's why. Yes, that's the reason why. Come on, trains. You should dominate here. There's a little sign up and everything saying. Go on, assert yourself. Push through. You know you want to. Gee wee. Alright, let me load up the next comment while we're waiting for this train to go. Optimistic Trousers again. Commented on episode 121, which of course was when I built Hublink 2. And they say, have I ever thought about putting this map up on the Steam Workshop? And yes, the thought has indeed crossed my mind about putting it up on the workshop. The only reason I haven't yet is because I don't think this city is anywhere near finished. So it makes me laugh saying the name in a serious nature, but I'm going to carry on with it. Optimistic Trousers. The reason they were asking was I going to include the new City West in the upload, and the answer of course is yes. I'm really proud of the way I've developed this city. This part maybe not so much, but over here it is very, very difficult to see which part of the city was in the game from the start and which part was added in. Curved roads, I think, is the only clue to that. You can see where this avenue, for example, was extended round. That was all me. All these curved roads here was all me. And then when it goes into the grid pattern, that's the game. That was already there. And all this area down south here, some of this area over here, a little bit of this area here was all me. Not so much in this area, although it is curved roads. So that's the exception to the rule. But the entirety of this section here was built by me, and all of this side of the freeway was built by me. So those of you who do want the map, the good news is it is going to be released. The bad news is not for a little while yet, because I want to make sure that the city is finished, or at least up to a standard that I'm pleased with it enough to want to upload it. So hopefully that answers your question there, buddy. Also, JT Transport asked, was I AFK on Minecraft whilst I recorded episode 121, and the answer is yes. Yes, I was. I was filming my Minecraft episodes at the same time, and I was waiting for something. I can't remember what it was now, but I was waiting for something to happen on Minecraft so I could finish the episode. And I went AFK whilst I was doing that, and I decided to record a Cities in Motion video whilst I was waiting. So yes, you can hear zombies in the background, because I was AFK. So I apologise for that, but you know, I play many games. I have Minecraft running in the background now whilst I'm doing this. I was just smart enough this time to actually mute the volume, although I have just told you that I've been playing it in the background, so maybe it wasn't a smart thing. But there you go. JT Transport also says Greater Manchester. What was it? GMPTE. So it's basically Greater Manchester something public transit something or other. Have they trademarked the name Metrolink? The answer to that is probably yes, but they've trademarked it for, you know, street running and things like that. This is this. You know, it's metro, underground, train, on track. And I believe there's metro links in the US, in cities over there as well. I think, I don't want to guess at cities because I don't want to be wrong, but I'm sure there are some cities out there that have metro link. And you know, Paris has the metro as well. So I don't think the word metro has been copyrighted. And I certainly don't think Metrolink in this context has been copyrighted. So I should get away with that. I don't think many members of the Greater Manchester Transit, whatever they're called, actually watch my videos. And if they did, I don't think they'd see me as enough of a threat to launch legal action. Fingers crossed. So I think I've gotten away with that one. JT Transport also says, thanks for using my idea. I can't actually remember what that idea was, but you're welcome. It was something to do, it might have been Pimlico Island actually, was your idea. If it was, then thank you for the suggestion. Like I've said, I'm always looking for suggestions from the audience, so I really do appreciate when people take the time to give me ideas for future videos. I think that's the end of that one. And I think that just about ends the recent comments. So thank you everybody for your comments. They really do mean a lot. It means that you guys are enjoying the videos and feel the need to comment, which, you know, I'm always welcome to. Anybody can comment on any of my videos as far as I'm concerned. As long as you keep abuse to the absolute minimum. I don't mind constructive criticism either, by the way. You know, I always look to learn, and you guys are the teachers. So if you have any things that you want me to change, don't be shy. Put a comment down, and I can guarantee by the next episode something will have happened along those lines. Unless I've pre-recorded, of course. Then it'll be a couple of episodes after. But all comments are read. Even if they're not replied to, they are read, and they're taken into account. And if there are good ideas in there, then they are, of course, implemented into the city. Even if it happens off camera, I will always let you guys know if I've taken one of your ideas. What was I going to do today's episode? I've done the comments. I've got that bit off the list. There isn't really much else that I wanted to do today, really. I just wanted to let you guys know what was happening, let you guys know why there wasn't any videos for the last week or so, and, you know, come up with ideas for the future. We have a very, very vibrant city now. You can see there's lines everywhere. Considering we only started, I don't even want to guess how many months ago it was now, but we started with this little area here, 2 bus lines and a north to south tram line. And we now have this massive city with whole new suburbs. the most amount of lines I've ever built in a city. If you look at the sheer number of lines that we have 15 metro lines, which I've never built in a city before. Despite the fact that we cut down on the number of tram lines, we've now gone up to 9, which again is astounding. Bus lines, they don't make us any money, but we've got 23 of them, I believe. It looks like 23. We have technically 6 water bus lines, but one of them has been listed as 7 because I then deleted 6 afterwards. And we have 8 different monorail lines, which again is just amazing. We are turning over 1.15 million. That's a weekly amount as well, isn't it? Yeah, weekly cash flow, 1.15 million every week. That's just amazing. And you know, I'm really happy with this city. Even the areas that already existed, the amount that they've grown because of the work that we've put in to building these lines up. Some of these skyscrapers didn't exist before. They were just, you know, office buildings or apartment buildings like this. But because of where we've been building, buildings like this, for example, that wasn't an office building when we first started. The one downside is we did lose the baseball stadium over here. That's been replaced with, for some reason, a high school and a school right next to each other, an art gallery, a museum, some apartment buildings, a nightclub, department stores, commercial buildings. So, you know, I missed the baseball stadium. We built an entire interchange based on the fact that people will be going to the baseball matches. But, you know, it still seems to be quite a popular station on the line. Trains still stop here. 78 people waiting to go on the express there, so that's not half bad. And I am still very pleased with the interchanges that we have. This is one of the busiest interchanges on the line. You can see there's 300 people waiting to go on this track. And if we head slightly further north, we have the busiest metro interchange on the entire line here, where we now have 300 people. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, that sneeze came from nowhere. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we now have 300 people waiting to head south on this line as well. God, I am really sorry for that, guys. I've never really sneezed like that unless I've been ill. For once in my life, I'm not ill. So I don't know where that came from. Hublink 2, as well, is also starting to prove very popular. It was a real slow burner, this one. It took a long time to get going. But once it did, it really did pick up fast. You can see, you know, we've got 200 people on this train, 276 people on that train, nearly 300 people. And even heading in this direction now, there's a lot of people on the train. This interchange up here, not quite as busy. Fair number of people heading back towards the city centre though. And that's kind of what it was there for. It's there so that the tram picks up people along the way and brings them to this interchange, and so does the bus. And then they can hop onto a Hublink train, Hublink 2 train, and head off into the city centre. Although in this case they have to interchange here, which then creates the busy interchange. Not that many people head north. It seems like the South Island is the main centre of the city now, not so much the North Island anymore. It might have been like that from the start, but because of this big area, I always start in the north, so it feels like the biggest area. Plus we have this huge freeway, which is still fairly well used, as you can see. So overall, you know, the city it's becoming more balanced as well. Areas that weren't busy before are now really busy, like over here where we have Buckingham Palace, and the best example I can think of is up here with the Rathaus. You can see the number of people waiting to get on Hublink 2 here, the number of people waiting to get on water buses, monorail, normal buses, trams. It's incredible the number of different forms of transport we have going through this one area, and the number of people that also go through this one area, even if they're just interchanging with another line. This landmark made that possible. That's the reason why the water bus was so popular in the first place, and then we built around that and built these extra lines. Plus we have this really neat road interchange as well, which so far seems to behave itself. I haven't seen many traffic problems here. So that's also very good to see. Okay guys, I think we're coming towards the end of this episode now, if I'm honest. We've done a lot of hard work over the last however many months it's been since we started this city. This is by no means the end of the series, don't get me wrong. I know it sounds a bit like what I'm about to say, and now we come to the end. it's not the end. Don't panic. There's plenty more that still needs to be done. You can see I've left areas like this for expansion potential. I've left huge gaps like this for new suburbs, and here. And the biggest one, which I've always talked about building, is a suburb in this area here, and in this little area here across the freeway, and developing City East a bit more, trying to build it up, have some high-rise buildings maybe, even though it's meant to be a quiet suburb. You know, it worked for City West. We have a lot of built-up areas over here, for example, and then you've got the little quiet villas which are worth a lot of money, and then you've got this massive built-up area here as well. So don't panic, this series is not ending. This is just me rounding off the year. You know, 2014 is finished, we're now in 2015, it's a brand new year, and even though it feels like a brand new start, we are carrying on with our existing projects. There might be some rebuilding work to be done, there might be some lines that have met their match and will be closed. Most of the new lines will of course be staying, and the old lines will be replaced by upgraded, better lines. So I'll leave you with this view of our biggest, most successful metro hub, and I will say to you guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and until next time, I will see you soon.